Hey everybody, what's going on? Vince Master here. Anyways, so I went to see a movie called Okko's In, the newest anime movie that came out this year, and I loved it. I have to say, in many ways, it was one of the best anime movies I've seen, and yet I really want to say it was great because the story was perfect, and I know most people say, "Oh, anime movies, they're sometimes a plot line," but no, the story is great, and the story, the characters, the theme, the plot, everything about this movie was great. And to be honest, I actually had to say one thing was great about it is the fact that the story. I loved the story of this movie. So I went to see it, and I really thought about it. If you want to check out my Instagram to actually check out my pictures, I actually post them on my Instagram at Keymaster Cosplay. You can check it out there. So, anyways, the story is about a girl named Okko, middle schooler named Okko, who survives a horrific accident after her parents died. So she is forced to go to her grandmother's, where her grandmother owns a traditional Japanese inn, and it's kind of makes interesting sense because she's little, she can't take care of herself, so her grandmother basically takes her in and kind of trains her how to be a innkeeper. So at first Okko was like, I really don't want to do that. That's not really my thing. But then she meets a spirit of a young boy that her grandmother was friends with a long time ago, and unfortunately he passed away when her grandmother left the town of Hananoya, Japan, Hananoya is actually a spring area where the springs are so warm they will actually heal a body. And according to the story, it's legend that it was given by the gods. So the Japanese basically say, we're thankful for this. And I think that's kind of cool, actually. That's kind of cool. It's actually being thankful for something. Anyways, so Okko meets the spirit, and he basically follows her everywhere. Then during the movie, you see her trying to be grateful, but also being a little brat. But it's kind of her personality. But anyways, as she continues, she finally realizes that when she meets another girl, which she's kind of a little biatch like, but she's kind of cool. I will admit that she was an interesting character, and she was pretty interesting. I actually didn't mind her at all. It's actually thinking about it, actually was pretty cool. I actually liked her. Her parents are rich, and they run a modern Japanese spa, so that's just kind of cool. So yeah, continuing on. So Okko is basically goes to the roasted inn where she becomes housekeeper. So then she gets in an argument with the spirit and basically says, "You want me to be the housekeeper?" And basically I surprised that her grandmother and the two workers actually agree to it, and they take her in to teach her how to become a Japanese. And it was really cool. What was really cool about it is that they taught her how to cook, and then there's this one boy that comes in with his dad, who he lost his wife. So they came to the spa, and basically he's kind of a little douchebag for that. Because seriously, I can't really explain it, but he was kind of a jerk to her at first. And I get the fact that your mom died and you're going through hell right now, which is understandable, but then Okko does something nice. She makes Japanese spa pudding, which is actually a little cake about this big, and they serve it on a little platter this big. So it's actually, it's like a pudding, which is really good. And So she gives to him, and thankfully he actually becomes very grateful. And then this is when Okko starts changing her mind on maybe I can run the inn. And I thought that was kind of cool because then you think, in the story continues, you see her grow more, and you see her grow more in the story. Then tragedy strikes. So she meets a fortune teller who I really have to say is awesome. I really have to say there's something about her that really I liked because one, she was different. Two, she was quite interesting, and three, she really did get with F what you think about her. She just lived her life, which was funny. So they're driving to the mall. Okko starts panicking because she passes by a semi-truck and starts getting PTSD because the semi-truck actually killed her parents, which really sucked. Which was really sad too. And then she starts freaking out. She gets out of the van and kind of explains what happened to her, so that was really cool. After that, she meets a couple, a guy and his wife and his young son. They spend the night that night, and this is where things get really effed up. So she talks to him that he gets that accident, that he had his kidney removed and had to have his liver transplant. But then he reveals something which is absolutely shocking, and I kind of don't want to spoil it for those who've never seen this movie. Yeah, I really don't want to spoil it because it was a shocking twist that I could not get because it blew my effing mind. Seriously, because it was so unexpected. It's like, you got to be kidding me. This was the reason why this all happened? So, yeah. So, he reveals something about what happened in the accident, and then something, and along the lines goes on from that. At this moment, you start seeing Okko getting very, very, very livid. And you can see the expression on her face of hatred, dislike, and you can see it on her face. You can read her face so much, and she bursts out of there, and the couple doesn't know why. Then she almost gets run over. Then the same lady comes in again, and Okko tells her everything what happened, and the story continues. From that point on, the guy tells her that he's very sorry what happened in the accident, and then she starts realizing that she can't hate anybody because that's wrong. And even after her parents moved on, she basically has her friends gone because the two spirits that she had made friends with are going, and she feels alone. So then she realized that she has family, and she has people that she cares about, and it was a really heartwarming thing. You can actually feel it in their eyes and by the expression on her face. After that, Okko decides to take charge and becomes basically amazing. So it was after that where she finally does the traditional spa dance, which is tradition in Hainoya, because it's a spa over there. So basically she does a traditional dance, and basically she realized that her friends, the two spirits that she met, are no longer going to be with her, but in another lifetime. And after the dance finishes, she sees the people that care about her and have loved her. And by this, you can actually see the heartwarming ending that really went well. The two spirits may have been gone, but then they told her that they're going to be back and they will try their pudding. And I really thought this ending was perfect because honestly, I can't express. I cried. I cried because it was a beautiful scene where she saw everybody, her grandmother, her friends, and basically some of her family was left, and it was a beautiful moment. I can't really say. And I really had to say this movie was great. There was so much passion. The director really did so much well, and I really wish him to do so much more because it was great. Besides all this, I actually have to say this movie was just fantastic. There's just so much, so much that this movie had. I can't really express, and it was great. So I believe it was great. So anyways, that's all I have time for. Please hit that bell, like, and subscribe. What did you think about, if you saw it, give a like. If you saw it, put what you think about Okko's, and it was a fantastic movie. Fantastic movie. I would give it 2 thumbs up. Anyways, that's all time for. Please hit that bell for like and subscribe. Hit that bell for more content. I will be posting soon. Anyways, I'll be doing more. Anyways, I'm out. Peace, and I'll see y'all later. Anyways, I'm out. Peace. See y'all later.